Donald Trump and Pat Robertson, televangelist Pat Robertson, got together yesterday, the day before, I believe yesterday, and they threw bouquets at each other. And I love that term, Lewis. That term started, actually, when I was interviewing Shirley Phelps Roper from the Westboro Baptist Church, the God Hates Fags Church. I don't remember exactly what came up, but I mentioned something about when we interviewed so-and-so, and she responded by saying, yeah, I'm sure you guys were throwing bouquets at each other. And it's such a funny phrase. I mean, the imagery that is presented by that, of two people who get together and you just toss flowers at each other, sort of in completely uncritical celebration and acceptance of what the other person says. It's a really good phrase. I really like it.
Who knew that we would have been given a priceless gift
right.
from that we adore from Shirley Phelps Roper?
So anyway, here is video and audio of Donald Trump and Pat Robertson throwing bouquets at each other, heaping praise, showering each other with praise. Let's take a look.
I think we're really doing well. It looks like we're on a great trend, and we have tremendous support, and we have amazing people in this country. And one of the most amazing people in the whole country is our great friend, Pat. Will you come out here, Pat? Look at him.
Yeah, look at him.
One of the great people.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Man, it's good to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You inspire us.
Yeah. I don't know in what way Donald Trump inspires Pat Robertson and his contingent. Trump later went on to say that, quote, every illegal gets an air conditioner and walks across, presumably the border. Do you know why I find this really insane, Lewis? Not because of the obvious pandering by Trump to religious voters, but because Trump's entire life has probably involved not thinking very highly of people like Pat Robertson. And Trump's entire life has involved political positions and actions which would not have him thought of very highly by the type of people that like Pat Robertson. I mean, Donald Trump's Christian faith is questionable at best, right? When he talked about the two Corinthians who walked into a bar, this is the crazy thing is that people are falling for this nonsense. I understand Trump pandering to this vote, and he's doing it well. He's leading the evangelical vote in the Republican primary. It's crazy to me that the evangelicals are falling for it.
Well, Trump does know how to manipulate the media to some extent, but they are also guilty of only reporting on this sensationalist crap that he keeps throwing out there. And so if they took it upon themselves, and by the way, I think actually reporting on all of the stuff Trump has said over the years would do quite well for ratings, things might be a little bit different.
Yeah, it may be, and for whatever reason, it seems like corporate media has built Donald Trump in a way, but they've also taken a totally uncritical view in terms of that this is clearly a character that Donald Trump has developed and admitted years ago that if he wanted to run for president, he would develop this exact character and that it would coalesce the most extreme elements of the Republican Party. And David Badash over at the New Civil Rights Movement said Pat Robertson failed to mention specifically what it is about Trump that inspires us all. Is it his racism or his narcissism or his lying or his misogyny or his nationalism or his xenophobia or his attacks on Mexicans or his inciting of violence, and sort of outlining a really good list of stuff there. I really don't get it, but from a sociological perspective, it's utterly compelling.
Well, I'll tell you what inspires us. It's what inspires most Americans, and that's money. Trump's a billionaire. That's pretty inspiring.
And people see that and they're just impressed.
I think so. Yeah. For some reason, we put stock in what billionaires say about anything, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's hard to deny that is significantly impacting people's views about Donald Trump. Let's take a break. Join us on Reddit, davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT. And we're also on Facebook at facebook.com/David Pakman Show.